An Ontario homeowner is now facing assault charges after confronting an intruder accused of entering his home in the middle of the night. Lots of talk, lots of outrage about this story. Even Ontario's Premier Doug Ford had something to say about it.
Something is broken. I know if someone breaks into my house or someone else's, you're going to fight for your life. This guy has a weapon. You're going to use any force you possibly can to protect your family.
All right, some strong words there from the Premier. And for more on this, we're joined now by Rob McDonald, who is a criminal lawyer. Rob, good morning and thanks for joining us. A homeowner who is defending their property and their family and then charged. Just how rare is this charge?
To be honest, it's not very rare at all. We've been seeing this almost on a yearly basis from across the country. Cases like this have been popping up a lot. I've even defended one in Collingwood, a fellow by the name of Cameron Gardner, who turned a gun on a home invader and shot two of them and was charged with murder and had to spend 7 months in jail as a result.
So let's get to the police first, laying the charges, because some of the anger is being directed toward the police, saying, why would you charge this person? He's just defending his property. He's defending his family. He's defending himself. Do the police have to lay a charge in the moment?
No, the police actually would lay a charge if they believe on reasonable grounds that a crime might have been committed. So in Canada, our self-defense law is actually alive and well. It's Section 34 of the Criminal Code. People are allowed to defend themselves. But if the police believe that the defender has used excessive force that's disproportionate to the force used against them, they can be charged.
So this really boils down to an appropriate use of force. And can a homeowner be expected to know what that is, Rob, in the moment? I mean, trying to put yourself in that situation that you're there in the sanctity of your home, you feel like your property, your family is under threat. It's just how clearly would a homeowner might be thinking at that stage or that point?
And I know you mentioned the case where a firearm was used in Collingwood, Ontario. That I could see being deemed excessive, but in this case, a firearm was not used. So furthermore, to Jeff's point, like, how do you, in the heat of the moment, how do you decipher that when you're not talking firearms?
Yeah, it's a fair question. So to be honest, our laws are fairly tolerant, and homeowners don't have to, what the law says, measure with a nicety the amount of force that they use. So if force is being used against them, they're allowed to use force that even exceeds the force being inflicted upon them. But there's still a tolerance.
Is this likely, do you think, to go to trial? And if so, what would a possible defense be then?
I think any defense lawyer would start right away by looking at self-defense under Section 34 and 35 of the Criminal Code. And the prosecutor would be on a constant duty to assess the reasonable prospect of conviction. So the prosecutor's job will be, after the charges are laid, to look at this case, to look at it fairly, and to decide, is this really a case that we should take all the way to trial? And they'll have to assess that.
Very interesting. I guess also to take into account, too, is the injury sustained, correct? On how much force was used, not only the weapon.
Absolutely. So if someone swats you with a newspaper, rolled up newspaper, you're not allowed to hit them in the head with a baseball bat. And right now the media has been fairly quiet in terms of what the injuries were. We know that they were serious, but one would think that the police have looked at this and decided that the injuries were such that they went beyond the call.
All right. Rob McDonald with us this morning. Rob, appreciate your insight and thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.